yeah, 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 yeah. 5 hours later, yeah, about that to clean all this. And look at this. See, this is how clean you want stuff here. And I wiped everything. I even wiped the top of the frame and the edges of the frame, and got the windows down in here. Yeah, that's how you want it when you get ready to sell your condo or your house, or just to clean, even if you're living there. You know, every couple years you need to wipe these off. I ended up having to wipe these off 3 times. Once with the sponge to get all the dry stuff and the scummy stuff, and then once with the simple green, and then once to rinse everything off, and everything got it. All the edges, all the sides, the top, the bottom, this edge, everything on the inside. I went around and double checked everything, even the window stool and the trim underneath, and the trim on the side and the trim on the top, especially the top. That gets all kinds of dust and cobwebs and hair from dogs, and you name it, it was on here. Okay, that's how you want things when you're done. Okay, I get to close that up, mark that off my list. Now when you're doing cleaning, you don't have to get too much stuff. Just have Mr. Homer bucket on the ready. I had to clean that bucket up and rinse it probably 6 or 7 times. I got my simple green here. I got a sponge with the scouring pad on the side. I've got a little toothbrush, and I did everything with the simple green. And then when I got done, I used my good old Windex for the windows and stuff. And that was it. Okay? Take some pride in your work. If you're gonna do the job, you might as well do it right. And speaking of doing things right, I had cleaned off all these doors and everything, wiped them all down, but what I forgot to do was wipe the top of the door frames off, the door trim casing, because that gets all dusty. And while I'm up there, I'll wipe the top of each door, because that's going to be all dusty and caked with hair and grime and dust and who knows what. Okay, so my job is not done with the cleaning yet. Could I leave it? Yeah, I could leave it, but I'm not going to, because I know better, and I'm going to do 100% job. And speaking of 100% job, when I clean this off over here, I did everything pretty good, but I forgot to hit the top of that and the sides and that trim, and I'm going to look around on the outside of the trim here too. I had concentrated on getting everything else done. I think I showed you this one, and I got everything nice and clean, you know. But I'm gonna do a once over, double check that. Seems as though I'm gonna get up on the top anyways, and the top of the doors, the top of the door frames, wipe all that stuff off. Anything that comes down on the sides, yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more time and do it right, because that's just how you need to do things. Yes, and here's a tip for you. Speaking of doing things right, when you get ready to paint, I know I'm getting off the subject a little bit, but before I painted all of these door frames, I went up there and caulked the top edge up here. I can't see it, but generally, lots of times, contractors, when they install their trim, and then when the painters come and caulk everything, they might just caulk the sides, and they won't get up there on a ladder and caulk the top. Lots of times you'll see the top that's not caulked, and if you don't have that caulked, first off, you could let some air in there, depending if it's on an exterior wall or something. But also for ants, if you have something down underneath your house and they crawl up inside your wall, they're going to come out somewhere at a crack. And lots of times I've seen them come out of the top of door frames. So when you get ready to paint, caulked the tops of those door frames. I caulked every single one of these before I painted before, and I wanted to make sure I did it right. Now, speaking of cleaning and doing things right, I'm up at the top of the second floor of the condo, and that's where the air conditioning registers are, air returns are going to be. So I've got some new filters here. Where are they? Oh, here they are. I've got 2 new filters here, and I'm going to put those in. I got to clean the grate off, the inside of that, and because the air return is right there, you know, all the air in this condo area coming up the stairs, coming from the bedroom, coming from the bathroom, coming from the other bedroom, is all filtering up this way. So guess what? Of course, there's going to be all kinds of dust over the top. Let's get the light on. Over the top of where the bifold door is, where the closet door is, and see there's a lip up here. See this up here? Right there and over there. I've got to get up there with a tall ladder, and I know that's going to be all dusty and lint up there, cobwebs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going the extra mile, and I've got to go home, get my 8-foot ladder, come up here, wipe all that stuff off. And then the other air return happens to be in this bedroom with the high ceilings. See that? There's the air return there, and see where there's a ledge right in there? Guess what? That's all going to be dusty too, and I'll have to clean all that off, okay? And get it all with a wet sponge, wipe it, clean the bucket out every once in a while, and then spray simple green on there, wipe it down again. When I did all the painting, I did eggshell, which is like a low sheen enamel is what eggshell is. And I like to do that instead of painting walls in a house or a condo, flat paint. And when I was up there, I painted that whole ledge with the eggshell, so it's going to be easy to clean off. And this bit up here, I painted that with the eggshell. Okay, yeah. Even though you can't see it, I could I have left it when I painted? Yeah, I could have left it, but I thought, hey, I want to do it. I want to do it to the best of my ability. I had to wipe all that stuff off anyways. Why not go ahead and paint it, and then it'll be easier to clean later on. Okay, so think about stuff like that. And dabbity nabbit, if you were with me earlier, I showed you how to put what do you call it, the lithium grease on the door hinges. I did everything. I thought I was all done. I forgot about this little closet door right here. Look at that cute little thing. It's got the 3 hinges on there. Do they use this door very often? No. Could I leave it? Yeah. But am I going to leave it? I'll let you be the answer to that. I've got my my grease downstairs, and guess what? Yes, I'm going to make sure that I put grease on those 3 hinges too. Hey, don't forget all of your doors when you're doing the greasing up on the door hinges. Da 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 da. I got some new batteries for my video camera. It's the next day, and we left off with me getting ready to tell you about these bifold doors. This is something else I still have to do. I initially took the old bifold doors off and I painted them, and here they are. And they used to have old hardware on there. Some of this hardware I'm gonna keep, and some of it I'm gonna replace. Here's some old pieces here, but I went and got some replacement parts, and this is a new bottom piece. Here's a thing here for the middle of the doors. There's one in each one to hold the bottoms, and then it came with new ends for that. And I'll show you how to install that, how we're going to do that, how we're going to adjust that, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's something else I have to do. And on these glass doors, I cleaned them. I made a video of it too on how to get the water spots off, you know, the hard water spots. And there's still some on there, and I'm going to have to end up working on that, and I'm going to try a couple different things. Triple aught steel wool, I've heard, could work. And believe it or not, I had a viewer of mine say, hey Joe, I got hard water spots off my shower door using a pumice stone. You know, wet the pumice stone and try that. So I'm gonna end up trying that too, to get off the water marks on the glass. Okay, and so that's something else I have to do. I think I already showed you that. I've got to pull that down, clean that off, wipe that out, and then the wires that hold that trim up have to be readjusted and do that. I still have, what else do I have? There's a nice ceiling fan in here. I've got to get up there and wipe that all down. I just cleaned off all of the shutters, the plantation shutters, and all around that. So I've got that off my list. And then, oh yeah, I've got to paint this this bathroom. And this was the old color paint, okay? And this was the same color throughout the condo. This bathroom, I'll show you, I'm gonna make it the same as this one here. I repainted this whole thing. To brighten it up, I put 2 coats of semi-gloss white up there, and then I used the wall color paint in the rest of the condo, but these walls were eggshell in the bathrooms. I made semi-gloss. It's always nice to have semi-gloss walls and ceiling in a bathroom, and that's going to brighten it up too, making it white. Okay, and so I've got my work cut out for me. I've got to take the register down, the light fixture, this light fixture here, the trim on that surround. I've got to take the towel bars down and do all that kind of stuff. I have some hard water marks on this glass, and I'll get 2 coats of the white semi-gloss up here, and I'll get 2 coats of the double-click gray semi-gloss on the walls. And then what I'm going to do is I'll clean the shower out and the shower floor, as well as the floor here. And I'm going to put 2 coats of sealer. I'm going to put 2 coats of sealer on everything. And these tiles are basically the same as the tile. This was the old tile when this condo was built back in 2005, I think it is. And because it's got all kinds of little nodules in there and stuff, the tile on the floor and the tile in the shower too is like that. That's why I'm going to put the wet look floor sealer down, and I'm not going to worry about anybody slipping because it's kind of non-slip already. And then I'm going to put 2 coats of sealer on top of here too, only because this is kind of like the floor tile. And then I'll have to reinstall everything. And so yeah, I've got to do that too. Oh yeah, and the medicine cabinet. This was a nice medicine cabinet. It was an old one, and it's just not hitting into there. I may have to take that off, but see, there should be a little goodie there where it clicks on there, and and it's not holding. And so I have some magnetic tape, and more than likely I'm going to have to take this off, and then I'll put the little piece of tape there and hope that it will stick on there somehow. We'll just have to see. I may put it there or something. I didn't want to take that off. I could have taken it off and replaced it. There's just 4 screws on there. You can pull that out, but then you've got to get a medicine cabinet exactly that same opening size. You know, or if it's bigger, you'd have to cut the drywall up and that. Okay, so that's, yeah, I've got my work cut out for me. I've got another 10 days here. Another 10 days before I committed to Momi that in 10 days from now, I'll be done. And so I'll still have to clean the bathtub, the toilet, the sink, make sure the sink's running properly, make sure it's not draining slowly, wiping out the floor. I've already got 2 coats of floor sealer here and 2 coats of floor wall sealer on there. I made videos of that if you want to see that on my YouTube channel under Condo Rehab or Condo Reno, whatever I've got. Okay, so things are slowly but surely coming together. Okay, and I'm just here by myself. I don't have a problem with that. Gives me something to do, and I'll be done before you know it. The other thing was we're going to take this TV home. We're also going to take that swing home. We're going to take a picture upstairs. Let me show you this. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you saw it when it's above the bed where that big ceiling fan is. It's a lion, and somebody painted it. It's pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see it. There's not enough. I don't think there's enough light in here. Well, anyways, I told Mommy I would take that down. I would take that down today. See? Isn't that cool? I would take that down, fit it in the car, and we're gonna leave one TV here. Some of this stuff is being sold with the condo. That big TV, the dresser, the other nightstand, this bed, and what else are we leaving? We're leaving the washer and dryer. We're leaving this desk. We're leaving this furniture in here. The realtors will make everything up with their stuff, and so some of that stuff we're gonna leave, and we're gonna leave this here, except I'm taking the TV, and this is one of those little fake fires, and then it's got a heater on there, and you can turn it on, and you can set it for however long you want. Here's a little handheld remote for it. That's kind of cool. And when we got this TV, I think I was lucky enough to save the box, and I got it downstairs underneath the house. And I've got to double check that and measure that, because that sucker, I don't want to throw that in the car without having it in a box. If we got the box, I'll bring the box over here. And this whole thing here, I'm going to have to pull it all apart, fit it all in the car, and get rid of that. Okay, so a few more things I've got to do for sure, and it's coming together, and I'll show you my progress as we go along. You know, I'll have it under different videos on my playlist, main YouTube channel page. Click on playlists and then scroll down to Condo Rehab or Condo Reno or something like that, okay? Well, time's a-wasting. I better get back to work. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. And hey, I'm just an average Joe. If I can do it, you can do it.